Welcome to Learn to Live Stress-Free. This is Christine Wright with Dr. Robert Wright Jr. of www.stressfreenow.info.
Hi, this is Dr. Bob. I'm here with Matthew, he's an amazing guy. I'm in, I keep forgetting, Sydney, Canada, right?
Yeah.
Cape Breton, Nova Scotia. And so he is a blacksmith. So Matthew, now that I got your name down, and we shot a previous video, and I went inside and they said Matthew normally has a hat. So in this one,
yeah.
So tell our viewers what you got here. First of all, the name of your business. The name of your business, right?
Yep.
So the name of your business is
Murky Fathoms Forge.
Murky Fathoms Forge.
Yep.
Okay. And he's also he can be found. What is this on? Is this Instagram?
Yep. There's YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook.
He's on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook. I'm going to hold this for the camera, but the you use Instagram, and that's Murky Fathoms Forge.
Yep, Murky Fathoms Forge.
And then the YouTube channel is the Birch Tree Homestead. So there you have it. Okay, so tell listeners and viewers exactly what it is that you do here. We are at the cruise ship terminal here in Sydney, Canada, and so this is how I met Matthew. I don't think I've ever spoken to a blacksmith. So this is like an amazing experience for me, and this is why we travel, so that we can have our consciousness expanded. So Matthew, tell the viewers again how you got into this business, because if this was 200 years ago, there'd be blacksmith, or 150 years ago, but this is 2023. Yeah. So tell people how you're having so much fun being a blacksmith.
Well, I started out as a farmer, and I picked up blacksmithing because, well, for one, I like learning lots of different skills, but for another, I thought it'd be a pretty useful one to have. Just for making like latches for the doors and maybe some hinges and stuff, you know what I mean?
Right.
So after a while, I sort of slowly got out of the farming, and as I was slowly getting out of the farming, I more and more got into the blacksmithing. Because there's, when you're a blacksmith, you don't have to feed your animals every day. Like, you get days off as a blacksmith, basically. So I decided, I had all this stuff I made, so I decided to go try to sell some of it at the craft fairs. And it was pretty popular, so this opportunity came along, so we kind of jumped on it. And here I am at the Port of Sydney, and I have my own little business here. Pretty small, compact business, pretty unique idea. I'm very proud of it. I'm very proud of how it turned out. We get a lot of positive feedback about it.
Yeah, we just, he had a potential customer that just came in, showing him a picture of something. I don't know what it was. What is it she wanted to do?
I think it was a flagpole stand, like something you put a flagpole in.
Okay, and so the lady showed him the photograph of what she was thinking about, and then he said, "Yeah, I can do that. I can make that." And she was very excited when someone told her there was a blacksmith here in the port, and so she seemed excited and said that she would have to check with her husband. And I thought the price that you gave her was very, very reasonable.
I'm not sure she liked my price, though.
Well, then she just has no idea what she's asking for, because I was just, I'm from New York, and this is going to be she's asking you to do custom work.
Yeah.
Right? One of a kind. So there's a price for that. So if you just want something, regular thing, then go to a Home Depot or Lowe's or Walmart and buy something cheap that's not going to last and it's not going to look good. You come in, this guy is a craftsman, and he's putting love. So I want to just do a brief span of what's here. So earlier I did a talk with Matthew, and so now we're in his other room. So I just want to give an idea of what this is. So this is like a little cabin, almost a shed. You know, anybody that's an outdoorsman would really love that. And explain what this is here. When I was, so part of the reason that we travel is because when you travel, you'll see things that you won't see anyplace else. So when I came in, I was asking him about his tattoos. I was asking him about this, and then somebody says he has a hat and this and that. So tell people what this is.
This is a vampire hunting kit. If you know where there's any vampires and you need some supplies to go get them, everything you need is in this box here.
So, audience, this reminded me of that TV commercial I see with that Spengali guy, right? Which is that I was like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? So I was like, what? I was like, okay, moving right along. So I'm just going to do a scan of what he has here. So tell us about what we're looking at here. These are some kind of antlers. Antlers for what?
Moose, that's moose antlers.
Oh, those are moose antlers. Okay, I've only seen a live moose one time, and it was too close to the car. It was mating season, and we were in Northern Ontario, and I'm not looking to repeat that. You know,
big animals, very big.
Yeah, especially during mating season. So here, I'm gonna draw back a little bit, just so you can get a better idea. He has these things. So Matthew, just tell the viewers what they're looking at. These are some kind of steel roses.
Yeah, I make flowers, lots of different flowers. Here's a rose.
Right.
They're pretty popular.
That's a rose. And so what is that? Is these are the candlestick holders?
No, these are daffodils I make out of copper daffodils.
So, but what you have a middle thing that looks like an acolyte in church could extinguish a candle.
It's just like a daffodil has that part in it. So.
Oh, I see. Yep. That's a daffodil. Okay, so what else you got up there on the shelf there?
I make these snakes, these very fancy, nice little snakes.
Okay, and so this is made out of, you said, some kind of particular steel, right?
This is just all mild steel here, yeah.
Okay.
There's a bigger snake.
Okay, I see. And then I see you have some heart-shaped things in the back.
Yep, I make the hearts. It's a simple thing. You wouldn't think people would be interested in it, but lots of people like buying the hearts.
Yeah.
So I keep making them.
And just tell people what your prices are, because your prices are good.
Oh, for one of these hearts, it's $25.
And that's $25 Canadian.
Yep. For one of these snakes, I charge $40 because it's actually a fair bit of work to make one of these.
Okay. Yep. And tell us what's over here. What is that?
These are keychains. A lot of people off the cruise ships, like they only like to buy small things. So I try to make a lot of small things that they'd be interested in buying. So these are it's an example of a twist. That's a cube twist, it's called.
So this is actually steel.
Yep, it's steel.
Okay, because it looks like wood on one level.
Yep. Here's another one I make. It's called the pineapple twist.
Okay.
Yep, that's another.
Okay, so what does something like this sell for?
I sell most of my keychains are $20 each.
Okay, all right. And that's small enough that it can fit into your luggage going back, right?
Yep.
Okay, so now tell people what are we looking at up here? Those things.
My snails.
Oh, yeah. Snails.
Yep,
oh,
little snails.
I thought it was a belt when I was looking at it. Oh, okay, nope. So now I can see. Can you just hold that up so it can see? Right. So it's a snail. Yep. Turn it this way. Yeah, like that. Okay. So now I see that's really a snail. Okay. And what do you have below that? What is that?
These are hooks I make with flowers on them, tulips. That's a kind of a popular item, actually.
Okay. So what is this? Is for a coat hook?
Yeah, it's a coat hook. You put it on the wall, hang your coat on it.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay, so let's just go down the line real fast. What do you have? What are all these things in the various baskets?
Well, I make lots of different kinds of hooks because it's a good way to practice, and hooks are always popular. Everybody likes hooks. So these are feather hooks.
Okay.
Here's an example of a leaf hook.
Okay.
Here's a different leaf hook. This one's a little bit more artistic than those ones.
Okay, I see you have the little thing. What does it take to get this in here, these designs like that? What do you have to do when the
I
metal's
just
heated?
heat it up and beat it in with the chisel and the hammer, that's all.
Oh, okay, so that's the chisel. Okay, so one of the things that was interesting when I was talking to Matthew before is he was explaining me these chains. So explain to me, you said that this is some type of good luck charm.
Oh, you mean these ones over
Oh,
here?
okay. So those are different.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. So I didn't realize that. Okay.
Yeah.
So these charms here are different than the other ones hanging. So explain what these charms are.
The other ones are made out of steel. I work mostly with steel, but these ones in particular are made out of wrought iron.
Okay.
And wrought iron is actually like they don't make wrought iron anymore. It's what they used before they come out with a way to make, mass-produced steel.
So how did you get that?
I found this on the shoreline over where Moxham Castle used to be.
Okay.
That was a castle that was located here in Sydney.
So just that one piece, or you found lots of it?
I found a fair bit of it, enough probably to last, to make a year's worth of pendant. It'll last me the year.
Okay. So say what this is again and why it's different.
Okay, so these are made out of wrought iron, and the reason I make them out of wrought iron is because wrought iron is known to ward off evil spirits. So I have this protective rune on here, so the rune in combination with the wrought iron makes it a protective amulet. It'll protect you against evil spirits, and it'll also protect you against bad energy.
Okay, we could all use that. Okay, now just come back over here and tell what's the difference with these pendants here that you have up against the wall.
These are all also rune pendants. Like there's another protection rune. There's a strength rune here and a warrior rune. But these are all just made out of steel, so they don't have the special properties the other one has.
So show me the warrior rune.
Right there.
Why? How would a person know that's a warrior rune versus some other type of rune?
Well, I have them written down here, if that's what you mean.
Oh, okay, that's exactly what I mean. Okay, so viewers and listeners, take a look. So the top one, it says ANSUZ. How do you pronounce that? ANSUZ?
I'm not sure what the pronunciations are. Like I said, I'm very good at hitting things with a hammer.
Maybe your partner would be able to tell us.
She probably would be able to
okay,
tell you.
And so here we have some other examples. And then I think you had mentioned hinges, right? Where do you have hinges?
I don't have any hinges.
Oh, you don't have any hinges. So what's this? What am I looking at? What am I looking at here?
That's a railroad spike that I put a fancy twist in, that's all.
Oh, he got a railroad spike and he put a twist.
It doesn't have a particular use to it. It's just, something I did. Some people like
all right.
it.
So like this stuff in the corner, is this part of your raw stock?
No, that's objects I made. They're campfire tripods.
A campfire tripod. Explain what that is.
It's a tripod you put over a campfire to hang a pot off of. Like if you were making a pot of soup over a fire.
Oh, like a cauldron kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh,
I usually have them on display outside, but I took them in because of the rain.
Yeah, and this is okay. So that's the other thing. Since this stuff is steel, would a person they buy it have to worry about rust?
Well, it'll rust eventually, but it actually has a rust-resistant, I can't say rust-proof, but it has a rust-resistant coating on it.
Okay, and so what is this? What am I looking at here? This is another spike?
The railroad spikes are hard to, it's hard to get the rust off them because they're so, impregnated with rust. You know what I mean? You'd have to, yeah, so.
Okay, and so you got two screws here. What is this, to hang them, or?
Yeah. The hooks come with screws to mount to the wall.
Oh, okay. Very, very good. All right. So, as we begin to wind down, Matthew, I want to thank you for your patience, for for talking to me. You know, I know this is in the middle of the day. It's raining outside, and I'm going to come back into the picture here. But this is an amazing setup. This is right outside the cruise ship terminal. And how many of you have been able to talk to a blacksmith? My gosh, he's got the real thing. So this is in Sydney,
Cape Breton, Nova Scotia.
Cape Breton, Nova Scotia. For some reason, I saw the map, but Cape Breton is not sticking into my mind. But when I was trying to find a cap that said Sydney on it, Sydney, Canada, but nowhere to be found. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I'll have to get Ruth to knit me something, you know, that says, because she seems to be very, very talented. So I want to thank Matthew. I want to thank you. This has just been like an amazing thing for me because I had not planned to get off the ship. And this is what example of what happens when you travel. You never know who you're going to meet. And I hope at some point when I come back here, we're able to have a brew together, you know, or a single malt, Glenlivet, right? We'll have a Glenlivet. I take mine on the rocks. So I don't know.
Yeah, just have it on the rocks.
Oh, wait, or do you want to have it neat?
No, just
on the rocks, right? And so on the ship, I never heard that expression before. Would you like to have your drink neat? And I was like, neat? I was like, I like to have it free, right? And so just neat means, you know, just straight up. And so in the United States, we use the term straight up. And so it means the same thing, but I like that. So I'm going to use that trick on a couple of friends. I said, would you like your drink to have your drink to be neat? And then what I'm going to find out? Everybody knows what neat means except for me. You know what I'm saying? Because that happens sometimes. But this is Dr. Bob, the stress and pain relief doctor from stressfreenow.info, signing off from Sydney, Cape Breton, Nova Scotia, Canada, with Matthew. Matthew, I want to thank you. And he has like some amazing tattoos. Show him the other one, you know. I mean, it's just amazing artwork. And I asked him, did it hurt? He was like, yeah, there was some pain, you know, but these are like tough guys, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm afraid of pain. I don't want any pain. And I'm for the massage table and the hot tub. And so this is Dr. Bob, Stress Free Now. And just one more time, tell people how they can connect with you on the internet, and also should they come to Canada, how they can find you. There were two things that you said: Instagram.
Instagram and YouTube is the two main things I use.
Right.
I have a Facebook page, but I don't update it as much.
Right. So give the name. Yeah. So that's good. There.
Murky Fathoms Forge.
Right. And so we'll have to turn it this way. Okay. Yeah. Oh, so that's the name of. That's the name of the business. Okay. Yep. So Murky Fathoms Forge is what they would go to Instagram for, right? Yep. And the second one is the Birch Tree Homestead, right?
Yep.
And that is on YouTube. He has a YouTube channel. And so we're going to connect on YouTube. I'm going to give him a like. I'm going to do a review for him and post up this video, send it out to my list. And we're going to see if we can take this viral. Okay. So Matthew, thank you. This is Dr. Bob signing off from Sydney, Cape Breton, Nova Scotia, Canada. I did it. Thank you, sir. All right. Until next time, be safe and be well from stressfreenow.info. Fantastic.